Hello and welcome to BNB class. Under economics module, we are going to discuss the next section of revealed preference theory. But before I begin with this session, if you are new to our channel, I request you all to please subscribe to our channel and yes, do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified to any releases and latest updates. So let's begin. Revealed Preference Theory by Paul A. Samuelson, and this is the second part where we will be discussing how to derive an individual demand curve using RPT. In order to understand this concept, I would like to recall the concept of RPT in a very brief. So, RPT was developed by Paul A. Samuelson, which studies the consumer behavior in a behaviorist approach. He states that the behavior of a consumer can be best studied by observing their purchasing pattern for the given price and budget constraint. I have already uploaded a video as a RPT theory part 1. If you have not gone through the video, I suggest before continuing to this video, you please go through that video. I have provided the link to that video. As you can see on your screen, the figure and the diagram also explains the same concept, where a consumer has an option to choose between has an option to choose or create bundle with two goods X and Y and the given price and the given budget line LM. If there are two bundles A and B on the budget line LM, the consumer chooses bundle A over B, then A is called as revealed preferred over B and B is called as revealed inferior over A, which can be represented in equation as well that you can see on the screen. Now moving forward, how to derive individual demand curve using RPT. Let us suppose the same case where there are two goods X and Y represented on the X-axis and Y-axis. If the initial budget line provided to the consumer is AB, which means that any bundle of goods X and Y that lies on the line AB is affordable and he can choose any of the bundle. The section below the line AB is still affordable since it is below the budget and termed as inferior. On the other hand, the section above AB line is not affordable and called superior bundle. If the consumer will choose a bundle Q on the line AB such that the consumer is consuming X1 quantity of goods X and Y1 quantity of goods Y, then Q will be termed as revealed preferred. We have already discussed this entire thing in our first part. Now let us suppose the price of goods X has increased. It means that the real income of the consumer is going to decrease. In order to maintain the same real income, the consumer has no other option than decreasing the units of goods X that the consumer is consuming now. So, if the consumer will decrease the units of goods X, the new budget line will shift from AB and will be something like AC, as you can see with a green line on your screen. Now, RPT theory states that whenever it is available to the consumer or assumes that consumer is constant, meaning consumer will continue to prefer the same bundle as long as it is available to them. To understand this concept, let us provide a certain compensating amount to the consumer so that the compensating variable will allow us to make a new budget line that I have shown in dotted green color, A dash C dash, which passes exactly to the same bundle Q that the consumer has preferred or declared or revealed in the earlier case. Now, the new budget line A dash C dash can be divided into two different sections, A dash Q and Q C dash. Q C dash is actually the inferior section. As you can see on the initial budget line AB, the section Q C dash falls below, and that's why that was declared or revealed inferior. On the other hand, the section A dash Q will be superior as per the initial budget line AB, as A dash Q lies above the line A. Now I would like to recall the second assumption of RPT, where Mr. Samuelson had stated that consumer is always rational and the consumer will always try to maximize their utility as long as it is available or the option is available to them. So, assuming or considering these assumptions, we can straight cancel the section Q C dash, that the consumer is not going to choose any bundle that lies on the section Q C dash simply because it was revealed inferior in the earlier section. So the consumer will either continue consuming the same quantity of goods X or choose any other bundle that lies on the upper section, that is A dash Q on the new budget line A dash C dash. Since the consumer has to show or has to increase their utility, the consumer will choose another bundle, that is Q1, that lies on the section A dash Q. This also shows the substitution effect due to the change in price of commodity or the change in the price of goods X. When the consumer will choose a new bundle Q1, the new consumption unit will be X0 unit of goods X and Y2 units of goods Y. Here we can simply see that the substitution effect has decreased the consumption of goods X and increased the consumption of goods Y in order to maintain the same real income. Now, to conclude this entire experiment, when the price of goods X was increased, the consumption of unit of goods X was decreased or is decreased. This verifies or validates the law of demand, which states all other things remaining unchanged. When the price of a commodity is changed, then the unit of consumption will change in the opposite direction. That is, there is a inverse relation between the price and unit consumed for any provided commodity. If we continue to do the same experiment by increasing the price of goods Y or by decreasing the price of goods X and goods Y, we can find or we will have the similar conclusion where the relation between price of commodity and units of commodity consumed will be in negative slope. And by joining all those points, we can derive a graph which is shown on a figure, which shows negative slope between the price and the unit of or the quantity of goods consumed by the consumer. So this way we can easily derive the individual demand curve. And this is where we conclude our today's session. Thank you for being with us. If you like the video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to provide a suggestion for improvements in the comment box. Also, subscribe to our channel, and yes, keep learning with Beyond the Class. Thank you.